Zach Edey was taken 9th overall in the NBA draft to the Memphis Grizzlies. I want to give you a round of applause. Cartel, you predicted this one a month before the NBA draft. And I went back and listened to the morning of the draft. We put a video out that was like projecting the best fits for Zach Edey. We both mentioned Memphis as a good landing spot. So I think in summary, we are ecstatic for our guy, Zach Edey, that he's landed here. Purdue fans seem very happy about this. Zach Edey has opted off the Olympic team so he can get with Memphis and start hooping already. He looks like the only center on this roster. Things look good for Zach Edey. They look as good as he looked in that picture at Painter's house with the bottle in front of him and everybody else around him. Just a great night. Happy for Zach. Let's break down this fit though. What is your breakdown on the fit of Zach Edey and the Memphis Grizzlies?
My initial fit is that Brandon Clark needs to come up off that 15. Edey and 14 is not doing it for me. I'm sorry. It's not fair. He should be in the 15 for Memphis. With that said, like I said in the video, I think this is, to me, it's a perfect fit. It is. This team needed a center. They have one of the more dynamic point guards in the NBA who I think works great in the pick and roll. Like Ja Morant getting screens from Zach Edey is going to free up so much for him. And Edey will be a lob threat. He'll be take up space. He'll open things up. I just think it works out completely well. It gives the ability to move Jaren Jackson to the 4, which I think that's where he operates best out of. I truly love this fit for Edey and for the Grizzlies. And like I think it's a fan base now, given the Tennessee Volunteer fans were a little upset. But outside of that, I think the Memphis Grizzly fans will be able to kind of embrace Edey, and it'll be like it's going to be a really fun team, like a lineup of Ja Morant, Desmond Bane. Not sure you want to throw the 3, like maybe Marcus Smart or something like that, and then with Jaren and Edey, like I really like that starting lineup. I think it's going to be a really good team.
Yeah, the door is wide open. That's the thing here. Like Edey, I think is going to get every opportunity to play a huge role on this team immediately. Like I think the Grizzlies drafted him to start at center. And I don't think there were many teams in the league who would have done that, even with our belief in Edey. It would have been a lot safer for a team to just say, like, oh, we're gonna draft this guy, we'll bring him off the bench, we'll see what happens. And if he's good and warrants it, we'll play him more, but we don't need to worry about it. The Grizzlies have like made room for him. Like they have carved out space for Edey to like kind of be their guy at center from day one. I think that speaks to a belief their franchise has in Edey the player. But two, it also like is just such a good spot for Edey, man. Like I think it's the only team in the top 10 that would have kind of carved this rollout for him immediately. And he seems to be running through a wall to try to capitalize. Like this is why I think he's stepping away from the Olympic team. I think it's a smart move. I think he's the best big man on this team right now. And I think when he starts setting screens for Ja Morant, they're going to be really, really
Oh,
hard to guard.
pump your brakes.
Jaren Jackson.
Is the best big on this team.
Are we sure about that?
Yes.
Why?
Why is Jaren Jackson Jr. the best big on this team?
Yeah, why?
Why is Zach Edey the best big? Because he's
If Jaren Jackson's so good, why didn't they just want to play him at the 5? Is it because he's being a little prima donna about his position and, maybe isn't willing to do the things at the 5 he needs to do as a special shot blocker? Is it because he can't stay out of foul trouble? Is it
I think
because really he's just
I
a
think
stretch big? All he can do is shoot.
I think it's a realization that he is a player who he can stretch the floor a little bit more than Edey. He's also better defensively than Edey as well. Like I don't know why we're ignoring that.
He can stretch the floor a little bit better than Edey's a crazy sentence. Yeah, you can't. Look, Jaren's very good. How many playoff series have the Grizzlies won with the Jaren Ja core?
They and have they won one? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
We're blaming that on Jaren.
I'm just wondering.
I, I get it. I understand what you're doing here, but you're just taking it a little bit too far.
Well, I think like I wasn't sure we're even calling Jaren a big anymore. Seems like he wants to be more of a 3. Maybe be a little wing, step out and shoot a little bit.
Got you.
We can.
I don't like where this video is going.
All right, I'm just saying the back to the basket abilities that Zach Edey has. and the pick and roll stuff is going to change this team fundamentally from some limitations it has had with Jaren and Ja as the guard and big duo.
Yeah, sure.
Jaren should be ecstatic that, like, if we're listing the people who should be happiest that Zach Edey landed in Memphis, Jaren should be near the top of the list because Edey allows Jaren to do everything Jaren
I
wants to
don't
do.
think I don't know if he should anymore
Why?
because now he's the second best big on the team,
I think Edey's presence allows Jaren to do what he wants to do,
which is be a little prima donna going out to the wing.
which is not be a big. Jaren doesn't want to be a big. That's what I've been told. The Memphis needed a center because Jaren's not a center. Jaren wants to step out and shoot it, and Zach Edey is going to allow him to do that, right?
Yeah.
Jaren's the second best player on Memphis for sure.
So he's the second best player,
Second best player on Memphis.
but he's also the second best big.
I'm not sure he's the best big on the team. I don't know if he's a big.
All right, got it.
I don't know if he knows he's a big dog. Okay, can we talk about? So it'll be Ja, Jaren, two other shooters in theory, like Des Bane. Who else? And
It'll be Ja, Edey, Bane, Mark, yeah, and then Jaren. Throw him in there at the end.
all right, this isn't what we're doing.
Sorry, you made me mad.
It's gonna be like three elite shooters around Ja Morant and Zach Edey. Like I can't think of a better basketball fit than that.
True. And then, then they got young guys with promise. Like Gigi Jackson was good last year. So like
Yeah.
they got something. Like if Jaren can stay healthy, if Ja can stay off Instagram, like this team could do something.
Yeah. I think I'm just ecstatic because all of the super rosy projection stuff you and I did pre-draft, like I think we're gonna get to see if we were right. Like if Zach Edey had just been taken by some bum organization like the Pistons or the Hornets, we never know. It probably would have hurt his career. And instead now, like we're gonna find out if I'm right that there's like a 1% chance this dude's Shaq 2.0. Like I think there's a chance. And if he's that good, we're gonna find out very quickly. It's really exciting. Zach Edey's gonna be so good in summer league too, very quickly. Like I can't wait.
Oh, he's gonna dot like he's gonna be going up against the centers that he went up against in college basketball, mostly,
Yeah,
most likely.
nobody who can touch him. Also, so Grizzlies fans seemed upset they didn't take Dalton Connect, and Purdue fans are taking a pretty big victory lap over that. Are you happy with that move? Do you think Grizzlies fans were stupid? What do you make of that?
I don't know about Purdue fans taking a victory lap, like, oh, the Connect versus Edey thing, like that. It's an odd victory lap to me. But also like if I'm a Grizzlies fan, I don't know how you just don't like this fit. Like is the Tennessee volunteer love that great?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like if they took Jonas Adu, would they be jumping over like brick walls or something like that?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's odd.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I get like Purdue fans should be laughing, but like Grizzlies fans should be happy about Zach Edey. So I don't get why we're victory. You guys got to come together. Like why are old Edey fans and new Edey fans like beefing? You know?
Yeah. Like what are you gonna do? Like hope Edey's awful? Like if you're a Grizzlies fan, that sounds unbearable.
We got to focus on the real ops out there. Aaron Torres still exists, okay? And what's her name? Kristen Peak.
Yeah.
We got ops still to address. Okay, Edey fans, let's lock in together and get through this.